After her grandfather passed away, the granddaughter took over from him and became the only night bus driver in the entire county. But on his deathbed, her grandfather repeatedly warned her that 3 rules must never be broken. First, pregnant women must absolutely not be allowed on this bus. Second, the vehicle must start punctually at 11 o'clock every night. Third, once the journey begins, under no circumstances should the bus stop or let anyone get off halfway. If any of these 3 rules were broken, everyone on board would face catastrophic disaster. Especially the first one, under no circumstances should a pregnant woman be allowed on. The woman faithfully abided by her grandfather's instructions, so on her first day at work, she explained the 3 rules to the passengers. However, this aroused dissatisfaction among them. A man with dyed yellow hair shouted that he would file a complaint against her. But at that moment, a wealthy woman beside him impatiently told the yellow-haired man not to delay her from getting on and going home. After all, this was the only night bus in the county. If they missed it, they would have no way to get home. So they all boarded the bus one after another. Once everyone was seated, the woman, still uneasy, emphasized again that pregnant women were not allowed on board, no stops or getting off midway, and if she found anyone violating this, she would not be lenient. But the passengers impatiently told her to stop talking nonsense, adding that everyone was watching and there would definitely be no pregnant woman on the bus. An uncle in the back seat chimed in, saying everyone understood the rules and telling her to drive peacefully. Hearing this, the woman said no more, sat in the driver's seat, and started the bus. Not long after the bus set off, a young female student beside her curiously asked what would happen if there really was a pregnant woman on the bus. But an aunt nearby immediately said nothing would happen, adding that she did not believe a pregnant woman could cause such a big trouble. The yellow-haired man agreed, saying the woman was just scaremongering. At that moment, the woman suddenly slammed on the brakes and stopped, telling the passengers that whether they believed it or not, these rules had been followed on this bus for 30 years. She then asked the passengers again to confirm if there was any pregnant woman on board. But the yellow-haired man angrily questioned her, asking if she was done, saying there were only a few people on the bus and where could a pregnant woman come from. The wealthy woman thought the woman just wanted to charge double fare for pregnant women, saying she would personally pay an extra $5 at the stop, and telling the woman to stop being suspicious. A female white-collar worker nearby also said she was definitely not pregnant and told the woman to drive quickly, and so the woman started the bus again. The rest of the journey was calm, with nothing strange happening at all. Seeing this, the yellow-haired man became even more convinced that what the woman had said earlier was just to frighten them. The aunt said the woman must have poor driving skills and was afraid of taking responsibility if something happened to a pregnant woman on board. But as time passed minute by minute, half an hour had passed since the bus departed, yet it still had not left the mountain road. The uncle in the back seat also sensed something was wrong, telling the woman that he had taken this bus route several times before, and the mountain road could be traversed in 15 minutes. Logically, the bus should have exited the mountain road long ago, so why had it been circling in the dark mountain road for so long? But the aunt insisted that the woman had deliberately taken the wrong route just to scare them. At that moment, the yellow-haired man glanced out the window and realized he had seen the same tree 6 times already. His heart skipped a beat, and his previous arrogance vanished instantly. The timid young female student beside him said she recognized the tree too, wondering if they had encountered something supernatural. Just then, the overhead lights began to flicker, followed by a strange cold wind that made everyone shiver violently. This made the yellow-haired man even more suspicious that they were being followed by something. Only the aunt remained stubborn, saying the woman had just taken a wrong turn and the flickering lights were surely because the bus was too old. But the next second, something seemed to float onto the yellow-haired man's face. He reached out and touched it, and when he looked at what he had grabbed, he was shocked to find it was a piece of joss paper used for memorial rituals. He was nearly driven to collapse by the series of strange incidents, muttering how there could be joss paper. But the aunt retorted again, picking up the joss paper and saying a family nearby must be holding a funeral, and the paper had just blown in because of the strong wind outside. The female white-collar worker agreed with the aunt, telling everyone not to scare themselves. As she spoke, she subconsciously picked up her bag and pressed it against her stomach. At the same time, the bells on the bus kept ringing non-stop. The next second, the overhead cabin lights went out completely. Then the woman was shocked to see that the Buddha amulet hanging in front of her was dripping with blood. It was a deadly omen. The woman looked up and saw a tree suddenly appear out of thin air on the originally empty road ahead. Fortunately, she hit the brakes just in time and avoided a collision. She checked the time and saw it was already 11:30. She realized she had not taken the wrong route at all. Someone on board had broken the rules and hidden their pregnancy. She quickly got out of the driver's seat and demanded to know who among them was pregnant.